your Savage Axis XP 6.5 Creedmoor. I got this about 2 weeks ago on Walmart for less than $300, about $240. And I thought I'd share with you guys what I've done to it. Put a bipod on it, an expensive bipod, less than $20 bipod. This is the Feyachi Falcon 3-9 by 40. I need a 1-inch rings, which I also got for I think it was less than $15. And so far I've shot 80 rounds to this with the Feyachi Falcon, and I can attest to you guys that it's one hell of a gun for less than $300. I've always liked 223s in bolt action or AR flat form, but a 6.5 Creedmoor not having as much recoil as a 308, and it's a flat shooting round. To me, somewhat of an all-around hunting / range sniper precision rifle shooting. If you guys get a chance to pick up one of these, it's less than $300. This is not the Savage Axis 2. This is the Savage Axis XP. Also, when I first got this out, I took everything apart, cleaned it up, put some oil, some grease on the contact points, and I took the spring out, the stock spring, got a box of $5 springs from Home Depot. Choose one that it's light enough for your likings, light enough for your applications, i.e. target shooting or hunting. I put one of those little springs that come with it, and it's about 2 pounds, 2-pound trigger. Like I said, I got about 80 rounds on this, and I can attest to you guys a lot of bad reviews that I've heard about inexpensive rifles, bolt action, and I can attest, like I said, that it is one hell of a buy. As far as the scope, 3-9 by 40 by Feyachi Falcon, I have not had a malfunction. I have not had any complaints nor changes in reticles or misaligned crosshairs, anything like that. It's some of the inexpensive scopes that you would get, scratches on lenses. It won't track as better as other scopes, but so far I would compare this to a Nikon Buckmaster and the Weaver Caspa 3-9. Those are pretty solid scope so far. Like I said, I got about 80 rounds on this, and I've shot this at 200 yards using my rangefinder, and it only took me about 20 rounds to actually sight them in, and it's been dead on. Have no complaints about it. You guys watch out for some footage. It'll be coming up here shortly. And so far, guys, you guys looking into some kind of a inexpensive hunting rifle or precision rifle, it's hard to beat this one. For the whole setup with the bipod, the scope, you're looking about less than $400. So it's well worth the money, in my opinion. And a lot of people complain about flimsy stocks and polymer and plastic. If you're hunting, you don't want a heavy gun. You don't want a wood gun, in my own opinion. You're going to be rocking this hiking trails and, chasing deer, coyotes, or whatnot. You want the lightest possible. It's about 5 to 6 pounds, and it's fairly light. But with all the stuff that I added on here, it's still less than 10 pounds. But I guess what matters is, it doesn't matter really what rifle you have. You got to do your part. I'm shooting the Hornady 140 grain bow-tail hollow point on this, and that's what I zeroed this rifle with. That's the ammo, and that's what I'm going to be using. Although I have no problem using cheap ammos for range practice and things like that, but make sure you zero your rifle to the ammo you're going to be using. It's not really that expensive, more than a 223. It's about 50 bucks for 100 rounds, and I mean 50 bucks for 50 rounds, so it's about $1 a round versus a 223. But if you're looking for a heavy hitting round other than a 223, this is a good to go. Like I said, you guys watch out for some footage that will be coming up here shortly. So far, like I said, I got 80 rounds on this, and it's well worth the money. The trigger on this one, like I said, I put the spring from one of the Home Depot boxes, assorted springs. It's very smooth trigger. Test it out right here. You guys can see that. It's barely, and that's pretty much it. And the action on this, the bolt is very smooth. Obviously, I fired 8 rounds, and I put some oil in it. But a lot of people saying that, you know, you get what you pay for. I tend to agree and disagree. Some is just, to me, it's all about reliability. I was looking into the Bergara first, which is about 800 bucks. But I said if I can get something for a $240 gun and spend the rest on ammo, it's kind of hard to do. A lot of people saying that the action on this is rough. It's not. It's very smooth. I can't think of anything else that to say any negative to say about this gun, other than it's what they call a budget rifle. But it's not. It's just inexpensive. But it shoots accurate. The Savage Axis XP. There's another Savage out there that is the 2 series with an accurate trigger. That one's adjustable. I prefer to change it. I prefer to buy this one for $100 less and change the spring to my likings. And it's very easy to do that. I can do some videos of how to do that. I'm sure other videos out there on YouTube. But so far, this rifle has done me well, and I'm going to be shooting some more. 80 rounds down the pipe with this gun. So make sure you clean your gun, and it'll serve you well. 6.5 Creedmoor. Doesn't really recoil much, and make sure you clean it out. I was looking into painting this gun, but we'll see how it goes. But for right now, I'm liking this setup. Feyachi Falcon, inexpensive $69 rifle scope, and so far it's done me well. It's worked well, and I have no complaints. A good gun. So for some of you guys that are, you know, thinking about getting a gun that is, you know, budget friendly, but you don't want to spend a whole lot on it, this is not a bad gun at all, in my opinion. Like I said, this is a Savage. Axis XP, 22-inch barrel, 1-8 twist, and it's a good rifle. I just couldn't believe how cheap the rifle was for such accuracy. Which is accuracy that you get, it's really hard to beat. This is one hell of a deal, and it's soft and smooth, 80 rounds, not one malfunction. Not even with a spring that I put on here. I thought I'd have light primer strikes and things like that. No, just don't put the one too light. There's the assorted box, a Springfield box that you get from Home Depot is about this thick, about $5. Some of them are very light, so be careful with those. Those are hanging about 1.5, 1.4 a trigger pull. This one is 2 pounds, about 2.1, but it's 2 pounds. That's 2 pound trigger pull. And the action on this is just sweet. It's ridiculously. I mean, what you want on a precision rifle or hunting rifle, long range rifle, is a trigger that is light enough for you, so just in case you jerk the trigger, your gun is not gonna move. I'll tell you guys, I can pinky pull this trigger, and the rifle won't move at all. See, it's very it's very smooth. And for those of you guys that are saying the action is heavy on the gun, don't treat your gun like a Nerf gun. Treat it like a gun. Action that's, put some muscle in there, and not that you really need it. You don't really need it. The action in this is really, really good. And the 2 pound trigger, my goodness, it's ridiculously light. I mean, you're looking about, there's almost no slack to it. It's really light. And I've looked at the aftermarket triggers for the Savage, especially for this one, and I found out that the M Carbo has some springs and some shims that they sell for $19, which is good. It's a great deal for people that are not very handy. But to be honest, I'd rather pay the $5 and change the spring to my liking. And I will show you guys later on when I disassemble this in the next video or so. And the shims that it says that you put in the spaces between the trigger and the assembly, all you don't need shims, because I've tried it. You don't really need shims. What you do is you get a pliers or anything that you can clamp, just tighten it up, clamp it, and it'll be fine. Just put some grease to it, and if you don't want to scratch it, just put some towel on it, over it before you clamp it with your pliers and things like that, and you'll be fine. So far, it's a good rifle, and for applications, hunting, target shooting, you got a 6.5 Creedmoor for under $300. It's a potentially 1,000-yard gun. A 1,000-yard gun for under $300. So that's my little review, guys, and look out for more videos about to come about this rifle. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.